To My Beloved Thief isn't just another Joseon-era romance. It's a story about two people on opposite sides of justice who literally have to walk in each other's shoes to understand why the world is so broken. When Ji-hyun's healer-turned-thief, Hong Yun-jo, and Moon Sang-min's idealistic prince Ji-yeol are mysteriously trapped in each other's bodies, the drama asks an uncomfortable question. Can you believe in justice if you've never lived with injustice? Can you believe in mercy if you've never been hunted? Premiering January 3rd, 2026 on weekend nights, To My Beloved Thief, Yunehan and Dojognima, promises to be the historical fantasy romance that challenges everything viewers think they know about right and wrong, power and powerlessness, and whether the law and morality are the same thing. In the nights of Joseon, when officials sleep in their silk palaces counting stolen taxes, a phantom moves across rooftops like wind. Hong Yun-jo is a healer by profession. She treats wounds, delivers babies, and tends to the sick poor during daylight hours. But when darkness falls, she becomes something else entirely. A righteous thief known only by the legendary name Gil Dong. She doesn't steal for personal greed. She steals from corrupt officials and wealthy merchants who have bled the common people dry, then returns the goods to families literally starving while those in power grow fatter. Her philosophy is simple and dangerous. If the world refuses to deliver justice, I will take back what rightfully belongs to us. She moves through the city like a ghost, never caught, never identified, becoming almost mythological in the eyes of the poor, who whisper her name like a prayer. Opposing her is Prince Ji-yeol, a man of sharp intellect, rigid morality, and genuine desire to create a just kingdom. But from within the system that Yun-jo has decided to dismantle. He's not a tyrant or an incompetent ruler. He's idealistic, brilliant, and absolutely committed to enforcing the law as it exists. His relentless pursuit of the thief isn't personal malice. It's his belief that order, discipline, and legal authority are the only real path to stability and justice. To him, Yun-jo is a lawbreaker, someone who places her moral judgment above the kingdom's laws, and that's unacceptable, no matter how righteous her intentions. He studies her movements, predicts her patterns, and dedicates night after night to finally capturing the legendary thief. Their first confrontation is choreographed like a dance, tense, silent, and loaded with electricity. On a moonlit rooftop, Yun-jo moves with practiced grace, carrying stolen goods from corrupt tax collectors. A twig snaps beneath her foot. Ji-yeol's eyes snap open instantly, hand moving to his blade in one fluid motion. They face each other across the distance, each assessing the other. This isn't a crude street fight. This is two intelligent people recognizing something in each other, a seriousness, a commitment, a willingness to risk everything for what they believe in. When Yun-jo dodges his strike with supernatural speed and their eyes lock, something shifts. Neither can quite name it, but both feel it. This encounter is different. This person is not just another opponent, they're a mirror. The drama builds complexity by introducing doubt into the prince's own circle. After his encounter with Yun-jo, Ji-yeol reports to senior palace officials, but instead of unquestioning support, he receives skepticism and questions about his judgment. Older advisors whisper that perhaps he's becoming too compassionate toward the thief, too sympathetic to her motives. Maybe his youth is making him soft. Maybe he can't separate emotions from duty. This seeds an important theme. The system itself doesn't reward true justice. It rewards compliance with whatever keeps power consolidated. Ji-yeol suddenly realizes he's being questioned not because he's wrong, but because pursuing truth too aggressively threatens people in positions of power who benefit from corruption. Then comes the mystical turning point that transforms the entire story. Yun-jo, aware that Ji-yeol is getting closer to discovering her identity, makes a calculated risk. She lures him into a hidden forest shrine surrounded by ancient stone markers, a place that exists outside normal time and space. Under a full moon, with both of them inside the circle of stones, something otherworldly happens. A blinding light explodes around them. Not violent or destructive, but transformative. It feels almost supernatural, as if the universe itself is intervening in their stalemate. Both collapse unconscious, and when they wake at dawn, everything has changed. Yoonjo opens her eyes and immediately senses something is catastrophically wrong. Her body feels different, larger, heavier, wrong. She tries to speak and hears a voice that isn't hers. Lower, different, completely unfamiliar. Looking down, she sees the hands of a man. Across the clearing, Ji-hyun has the same moment of realization. The clothes he's wearing are a thief's garb, worn and dark. His hands look delicate and small. When their eyes meet, the horror crystallizes. They have swapped bodies. Yoonjo is now inhabiting the prince's body, and Ji-hyun is trapped in the healer thief's form. Ji-hyun, panicking, demands answers. What kind of sorcery is this? His voice comes out higher, unfamiliar, trembling. Yoonjo, voice deeper and strange in her own ears, responds with desperate logic. I cannot be the prince. The situation is impossible. If the swap is discovered, both are doomed. Ji-hyun would be tried as the legendary thief and executed. Yoonjo would be exposed as a commoner wearing the royal body, which itself is treason. There's no escape except to hide this truth, which means they need each other more than they need their original bodies back. So they make a pact born from survival necessity. They will pretend to be each other until they can figure out how to reverse the swap, and they will work together to hide this impossible secret. This forces them into an intimacy that neither wanted, being each other, knowing each other's bodies from the inside, experiencing what the other experiences. What follows is equal parts comedy and tragedy. Ji-hyun, in Yoonjo's body, attempts to move silently like a thief, but he's stiff, controlled, overthinking every step. His military training makes him obvious. He can't unwind enough to flow like she does. Yoonjo, inhabiting the prince's body, tries to command palace guards with authority, but she doesn't have years of royal training, so her orders confuse people who know their prince's usual patterns. She's too direct where he'd be diplomatic, too passionate where he'd be measured. Through constant failures and awkward moments, they begin to learn from each other. He learns what it feels like to move through the world as someone hunted, to have to hide, to move without the safety net of guards and palace walls. She learns what it's like to wear power, to have resources at your command, to experience the weight of decisions that affect thousands. When the captain of the palace guards finally tracks them down, the confrontation that erupts is no longer a chase between predator and prey. It's a fight where Ji-hyun, in Yoonjo's body, fights with sudden understanding of her techniques, her grace, her strategic thinking. Yoonjo, in Ji-hyun's body, fights with the full authority and strength of a prince's combat training. Together, they're formidable, not because they're stronger, but because they're finally fighting as a team, trusting each other completely, moving in synchronization. In that moment, they're no longer enemies, they're partners, and both of them know something has fundamentally shifted. You can't fight alongside someone and survive together without your perspective changing. They've seen the world through each other's eyes and can't unsee it. Standing on a cliff overlooking the city as the sun rises, they face each other as their new selves, literally wearing different bodies but emotionally transformed by the experience. Ji-hyun, still in Yoonjo's form, looks out at the city and says, "We must find a way to return and deliver true justice." There's a plea in the line. He's asking her to help him find a path that honors both her compassion and his commitment to law. Yoonjo, in Ji-hyun's body, responds with equal depth. "We will. But first, we must learn to trust each other." She understands that returning to their original forms might actually be the wrong ending. The real transformation isn't about bodies. It's about two people who were enemies becoming each other's only real ally in a corrupt system. The camera pulls back toward the rising sun, signaling that this is not an ending, but a beginning. A new journey where neither of them will ever be able to unsee what they've learned about the other, about themselves, and about a kingdom that demands change not through laws written in palaces, but through the slow, dangerous work of choosing compassion over convenience. What amplifies the drama's cultural relevance is the buzz surrounding the casting itself. Ji-hyun returns to the historical genre after several years away, which generates palpable excitement among longtime fans and media outlets eager to see her in a powerful dual-role character. Playing both a healer and a thief requires completely different physical movements, emotional registers, and presence. She's known for emotionally intelligent performances and the ability to make viewers feel the internal conflict of characters torn between duty and desire. So casting her as Hong Yoon-jo is almost perfect. Audiences will be watching not just to see if she can pull off the dual role, but to see what new dimensions she brings to the character. Moon Sang-min, having recently appeared in modern romances and contemporary dramas, brings an interesting dynamic to the historical fantasy space. Fans and critics have discussed how he'll adapt from contemporary settings to period costumes and fighting choreography, with real curiosity, not judgment, about how he translates his strengths into a different genre. The age difference between the leads and their on-screen chemistry has also become a topic of genuine fan discussion. Will they feel like equals, or will there be a power imbalance that affects how their relationship develops? These are authentic conversations in fan communities and media spaces, driven by genuine interest in how two talented actors will work together, not by scandal or controversy. For your YouTube deep dive, To My Beloved Thief gives you rich thematic material to explore. You can discuss the body swap as not just a plot device, but a metaphor for empathy. What happens when you're forced to live someone else's life, to feel their fears, to understand their perspective not abstractly but viscerally. You can examine the Joseon-era corruption parallel to modern systems of inequality and ask viewers uncomfortable questions. If the law protects the wealthy and harms the poor, is breaking that law justice or crime? You can explore Nam Ji-hyun's return to historical drama and Moon Sang-min's adaptation to a new genre, building excitement for their performances. And you can frame the real magic of this story not as the supernatural body swap, but as two enemies learning to see each other as human beings, a message that resonates far beyond any single historical period.